Hey guys and gals, back for another video, back to another day. What I've done while you guys were away, if you hadn't watched in the past, got a new shelf up here. I went ahead and did a corner shelf over here so I could get all of our automotive stuff over here by the toolbox gathered in one place. I kind of call this organized chaos. You know, it's still a mess in here, but you'd be surprised what just putting a daggone screw in the wall will do. You can hang stuff up. I've got some of my work tools up here, but I've got the benches set up. My next project is going to be, let's get over here. Over here, I need to clear all this stuff out, so it's going to take me a couple minutes. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. I'll cut the video for that, but I need to go ahead and make my wife's fishing pole holders. I have fishing poles sitting here, fishing poles, deep sea rods all over here. I have 3 fly rods we need to get hung. I got fishing poles here, fishing poles over there. But look guys, I'm getting somewhat organized. I got all my paint supplies on one shelf, my towel saw and paint sprayer and stuff's up there out of the way, out of the floor. I have all my wheels. I went ahead and went to Harbor Freight and bought all the wheels that I needed to make 2 of the benches. I need a bench for the planer, which we're going to have to use that to clean up some of the 4x4s I have. I also have a orbital sander over here. I want to build a table for that so we can clean and stuff up and make. And also I need to make one big bench. All my benches and tables are going to be the same height as this workbench. That way I can butt them together or do whatever I need to do. You know, of course, I've got to get all this stuff moved. Eventually, I already know the heater's going to have to be moved, because if I'm going to have her fishing poles hanging here, the fly rods are going to be all the way up at the top, but they're going to hang over top of the heater. And the last thing I need is for that to just dry out her poles, cause them to crack or mess up the line on it. I'll never hear the end of it. But I did just put some corn out a second ago. Let's see if the deer are out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are deer. You have to look really close. Look at them all coming up. All right, guys and gals, give me a couple minutes. Let me get this stuff cleared out of the way, get our tools and everything set up, and I'll go over how we're going to lay this out and make these rod holders. We're going to do them really simple. We're going to actually make them with that sheet of plywood and a couple of basic tools. So give me just a few minutes and let me get that taken care of. I got our plywood. Went ahead and laid that out. What we're going to do is, I know it's hard to see with this lighting in here. I've got an 8-inch wide board, and what I did was went 4 inches and then went 7 inches all the way down till we get to the bottom every 7 inches, and then I went 4 inches again. The reason I did that, we're going to stack 2 of these. I don't have plywood tall enough, but I went ahead and mimicked that on the opposite side. But this is actually going to be different. This side here is going to be where the poles are going to go through. That's going to be a hole. This one here is going to be a hole, but it's also going to have a little slot, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit. That way your pole goes in and drops down in the little slot and it don't fall out. And we're going to get that on this wall over here and get some poles up. All right, guys, I got my drill set up. I've got a 2-inch hole saw bit. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drill a hole at each one of these marks, but we're not going to drill fully through. If we go all the way through, it's going to split out the other side of the wood and it's going to look like crap. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill in until this drill bit pops out the opposite side. Then we need to set up with another drill bit to do the other side. Then we'll roll the board over and drill all the way through. Ow! That hurt. I forgot to warn you about that one. Woo! When it catches, it hurts. Oh my goodness gracious. Hold it tight to your side. Woo! goodness gracious, that hurt. That was stupid. All right, now for the other side, we have a 7/8 paddle bit. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing, except hurt myself. Wow, that was stupid. We just want the bit to poke through. Well, it helps when you have a good battery. All right, guys and gals, now that we got that drilled, I went ahead and rolled the board back over. I got the camera set up as close as I can so you can hopefully see what I'm doing here. What I did was I centered these holes where the end of the pole is going to hang in. They're going to be the same height as the other 2 1/4 inch hole where the end of the pole is going to go in. But what we don't want is we don't want our slot that I'm going to put in here to go straight in, because you don't want the pole to come right back out. So what we're going to do is go right here at the top of the hole, and we're going to mark right straight across at the top of that hole. Now, our rounded hole is 7/8 of an inch. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go 7/8 of an inch. And we're going to square that across. Now I got a jigsaw set up. What we're going to want to do is we're going to take right here at this little rounded edge, and we're going to bring that straight up. And then we're going to take this one and bring that right around. That way when our fishing pole goes in there, it goes across, drops into that hole. So let's do that. We're going to come right over here where the rounded edge is. And watch your table and your saw. Let that fall out. All right, now that we got everything routed, all the edges, I went ahead and routed the front side too. I didn't say that in the last, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut these to length, or rip them down, cut them to length, and then we'll get them hung on the wall. All right, guys and gals, I'm going to take one of my wife's shortest fishing poles. We're going to figure out where we want to put them. Pretty much what we want to do is figure out what the length is. So we're going to mark this stud and this stud right here. That's where we're going to hang them at. So we're going to go ahead and get this one. This is our one with all the little arches cut in it. It's going to go over here. And the one with all the holes in it, that's going to go over here. Now what I want to do is I also in the future want to hang her fly rods at the very top, and they're a lot longer, so I need to do a different setup. We're going to measure down 16 inches. I've already figured out what I want to do. So we're going to go 16 inches from the ceiling, put a mark. And over here, we're going to go 16 inches from the ceiling, put a mark. All right. All right, now that we moved it over one stud, let's try that again. And there we go, guys and gals. Just a little bit of our time, very little money. We got a fishing pole holder to hold 8 fishing poles. Hanging on our wall, we got them up out of the floor, out of our way. We're on our way to getting this shop cleaned up, ready for a build. We did one build. We're moving on. I do need to figure out a way to... I have noticed the dust is going all over everything. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to do some type of dust collection, but I don't know. We'll work on that one. There we go, guys and gals. Custom fishing pole holders. All it took was a little bit of time and very little money. I mean, 2 little pieces of plywood, scrap that I had laying around. It really didn't cost very much, a couple of screws. Well, we got the poles up out of the floor. We're getting so much more organized in here. I need to figure out a way of dust collection because, my gosh, it's going everywhere. But guys, I appreciate all of you watching, all of you that are subscribed. Some of you have told me that you hit the bell notification. Gosh, thank you so much. I would not be able to do this without you guys. You guys are, man, I have to say it, you're my bread and butter. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a happy new year, and God bless.